Hey, Kathleen.
Hey, good evening.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, everybody else.
Good afternoon. How's everybody?
Good, Doc.
See where everybody's joining. All right. Still got another minute before the big reveal here. Let's see who's. uh, all right. I see it's 7 o'clock. Thank you for being on time. We'll go ahead and get started. Yep, here's the Santa beard I told you about in the spring. It'll be gone here before I got let's see, look at the Santa calendar here. I've got Cliffside Elementary on Friday, and then I've got Gardner Webb's luncheon, and then I've got my own event Saturday, and so I may have this thing off before graduation if I can. My wife's following me around with the dustbuster now. Uh, I've got hair everywhere in the house. I shed worse than a dog. All right, let me share my screen and we'll get started. I had a question about when grades are due. Grades are due Wednesday. And so if you got stuff you need to get in for classes, you need to get that in as soon as possible. Let me see. So task stream. Let's start with task stream tonight. I've got an agenda. We'll pull it up just a second. This is the task stream portfolio. You need to get me all of your evidences. That would be the app cell, the app tell, the OMA, the skip, and the SOP. If you're graduating this semester, those are supposed to be in today. Get them in as soon as possible. The entire portfolio, including the logs, the competency folio, all of those things are due by next Monday. I got to have everything done by next Monday because we have to verify that. So those of you who are graduating this time, make sure you get your task stream portfolio done. Please remember, on your final competency folio, you have to upload it here in this. You have to move your task stream competency folio over to your DRF portfolio for evaluation. There is a video in your 605 shell to remind you how to do that. You simply come here, click on final competency folio, and go through the attachments and get it over here, attachment section. Do a text and image right here and bring it over. But anyway, I've got directions for you.
All right.
So again,
Okay, well, I've got to do this Zoom and let me look this up and I'll call you back.
everything is
Okay, bye.
due next Monday. Everything is due next Monday. Have to have it done. Grades have to be in Wednesday so that they'll declare who graduates this Friday. Portfolios on Monday. So make sure you hit your deadlines. All right, let's look at our agenda for the evening. So let's talk about commencement. Commencement is Friday, December 15th. Yes, Friday, not Saturday, Friday the 15th. Make sure you've applied for graduation. It costs $150. It will automatically be added to your account. There'll be a late fee that was charged after Labor Day. Don't know how much it is, can't get it waived. So if you hadn't applied for graduation and you're graduating, you need to get that done. Both 12 and 20-month program, you will receive a master's degree. Both of you will do that. We got that. That was a 4-year process to get you add-ons or the people in the 12-month program in a second degree, but that will be happening. You can participate in both ceremonies. The first ceremony is at 9 o'clock in Luke Shelton Convocation Center. That's the big building over at the Archway in front of McDonald's on Main Street. You turn in opposite McDonald's, you will see the Convocation Center. When you walk up the steps, there's a huge breezeway. You go in by the Bulldog, the big statue of the Bulldog. You go up the steps, there's a breezeway. On the right is Dover Theater. That's where we'll meet at 8 o'clock. If you're coming to the 9 o'clock ceremony, that's where the lineup occurs in there. Now, remember, doctoral students get hooded at that ceremony. Master students get hooded at the 5 o'clock ceremony. But we will meet in Dover at theater for the lineup, and then we just simply go across the breezeway and you go into the basketball arena. And that's where the Guard the Web ceremony is. And then later in the day, in the evening at 5 o'clock, is the College of Ed ceremony. It's at 5 o'clock in Dover Theater, or where we lined up that morning. That's where our ceremony will be, because there's a basketball game in the arena that evening. Now, we will meet in Boss Gym for the lineup at 4 o'clock. To get to Boss Gym, again, you park in the back in LYCC, come in the door by the Bulldog, walk up the steps, and there's the breezeway. You go all the way through the breezeway and go out the back doors, and right there in front of you is Boss Gym. So it's all right there together. And so now you folks will all get hooded for your master's degree at the 5 o'clock ceremony. I'm asked all the time, if I can only attend one, which one? Well, doctoral students get hooded at the 9 o'clock one. Master students get hooded at the 5 o'clock. You have to make your decision. Now, you master students, if you come to the 9 o'clock, you will process in. You will have your regalia on. Your name will be called. Your group will be called. You'll stand up. You will not have your name called. You will not cross the stage if you're a master's candidate at the 9 o'clock ceremony. That will happen at the 5 o'clock ceremony. Everybody gets to get their name called. Everybody gets to come across the stage. I will hood you, shake your hand, hug you, slobber on you, do whatever at 5 o'clock. So please remember, that is the way that works. And if you're coming to the 5 o'clock, be in Boss Gym at 4, and we'll do the lineup. All right. And I've got, if you should already have your regalia. It should be Carolina blue on the outside. I don't know what side the inside color is for Guard the Web. I've been told that just as long as it's blue on the Carolina blue on the outside, everything's good. All right. So that's the lineup for December 15th. Let's see now. Coursework and task room requirements. If you're with Dr. Sanders, Dr. Tobias, Barnes, and Bullis, if you're in 605, make sure that you've done all your Blackboard coursework to include your discussions board, case studies. Please don't get all your task stream stuff in and neglect the Blackboard, and then you don't pass this semester, or you drop below your grade point average that you need. Make sure you get that in. And again, your task stream competency folio and everything else in your DRF portfolio must be done. Again, the 6 evidences were due this morning. If you don't have them in, they got to be in by Wednesday. Everything in your portfolio must be complete by next Monday at 9 a.m. For those of you who are in 604, make sure you get all your Blackboard work done. You don't have any dispositions or competency analysis in 604, but make sure you get all your second round of 21 artifacts uploaded in your competency folio. For those of you who are Dr. Caton and Maraglia in 603, you have OMA and SCIP due this semester, and you have to do your SOE dispositions, and you have a half a round of your competency folio artifacts that are due this semester. And I think that's about it. Make sure you get your logs in there. 80 hours this semester of hours. It went up for the new people to 100 For the 12-month people, it went up to 200 hours this semester, but all of you are still on the 80 hour. So make sure that you get your log in there with 80 hours this semester. I think that's everything that needs to be covered. Again, grades are due on Wednesday, so all final work's got to be in Blackboard in 2 days. Final grades will go out. When they'll come to you, I don't know. That happens on Friday. Please remember, I'll stop my share. Please remember, I don't know if you folks know this or not, but everybody in the registrar's office is either quit or retired. And when I say that, I mean everybody. The registrar has retired. She'll be there only till December 31st. The associate and the assistant registrars have taken work elsewhere, and I think next Friday is their last day on the 15th. So I cannot tell you when things will be posted. I'm concerned about getting final transcripts. I don't think transcripts will be available, final official transcripts, until after the first of the year. I do not believe that they will be available on the 22nd of December, as had been promised, since everybody's leaving. If they are, but my point is this: do not apply for your license until you can upload an official transcript. If you do, what will happen is you will sit and wait 6 months, like everybody is waiting now. It's 4 to 6 months. And when they get it and it's not an official one, you'll just go back to the back of the pack and wait again. So make sure you hear from me that transcripts are official, and then you can apply and get your transcript, upload it, and you can move on with your licensure. South Carolina people, I've already sent it out. Make sure you send your verification to me so I can do your verification. North Carolina people, you can do your Form V online, but I must fill out your recommendation form. Now it's not experience, it's your college verification form. Make sure you understand the difference in South Carolina. And remember, South Carolina people, you only get one or the other, either elementary or secondary, unless you did at least a semester internship at the other. So North Carolina people, your license is K-12. South Carolina people, you had to have passed the praxis, 5412. North Carolina people, you're still on waiver for another few months, so you did not have to take praxis 2. Again, you must wait until you get an official transcript, until it's available to apply for your license, whether it's North or South Carolina. South Carolina people, you've got to get me that recommendation form, that college recommendation form. North Carolina people, you've got to fill out Form V. All right. Questions on licensure, questions on graduation, questions on anything to do any questions whatsoever? Checklist of who's turned everything in. No, I don't have a checklist of who's turned everything in. I won't run that until Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, I will start sending out notices if you are missing things. I give you a 2-day grace. I don't do that till Wednesday. If you haven't heard anything from me,
that makes money faster than this game.
use everybody again. So, all right, Crystal, you have a question?
Yes, sir. I received that recommendation for certification paper, I think that you're talking about. But when I received it, it told me to send it to Julie May. So I don't send it to Julie May.
Send it to me.
Okay.
I'm the one that has to fill it out, and then I'll send it to her. It'll end up with her. She does not have access to fill it out. I do. I will fill that out for you and get it to Julie. Make sure it comes to me. Otherwise, if you just send it to her, she'll have to send it to me.
Okay. Well, I've already sent it to her, so I'll just go back and send it to you.
Send it to me. Just send me one as well. So she doesn't
For
know.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
I checked both boxes. Is that correct?
Well, if you did your internship at both levels, yep, then you would do that. And what I do is I go in and you can, when you send it to me, remind me that you did that. Remind me that you did them at both levels. You know, if you were only at elementary, or if you were only at middle or high school, you can only get those. If you planned ahead, as we talked to you about, and you did them at both, then you can get both elementary and secondary in South Carolina. Again, North Carolina people, you don't have to worry about this. North Carolina is K-12 still. What was the form for North Carolina 12-month students? Form V. North Carolina is all Form V, and it's an online form from DPI's website on licensure. Form V for North Carolina. So let me share my screen. Okay, get that out of the way. Thank you, Alex. So this is what the South Carolina form looks like. Service and leadership, verification of educator preparation, recommendation for cert. This is the recommendation form. And right here, you fill out the top part. Everybody sees this, I hope. You fill out the top part. And so this is the South Carolina form. North Carolina people, close your ears. All right. Right here is what Melissa was talking about. You either check elementary or secondary unless you did an internship semester, at least one at both of those. And then here's the grade span right here. This is secondary 6-8. Date of completion is December 15th. That is correct. Yes, regional SACs, the whole deal right here it is. And then I forward this on to Julie, and she gets it back to you. But this is what it looks right here. And I check this, put the appropriate accreditation people in, master's online, yes, Julie's name, licensure officer, the date, hopefully official transcripts will be in by then, but don't bet on it. But that's what it looks like. Alex, have you already sent this one to Julie, or did I send it? Get that out of the way. Back to her again. It's ready to go. Okay. Yeah, and so here's one that needs to be, yep, just like that right there. All right, I already filled that part of it out. So what I'll do is, if you've already got that checked and everything is good, all I have to do then is just forward them on to Julie. It's just that easy. If you got them filled out. All right, now North Carolina people, let me go here and here. NCDPI licensure, online licensure system. That's just a lookup. Here we go. Educator license. Okay. Licensure for administrators and special services people. Begin the process for an educator's license. Again, you got to go to the one for administrators and student services. Begin the process right here. Steps to apply. Obtain official documents to be uploaded again. degree dated transcript. That means official transcript. You don't have to do a area license examination unless you are EDCI, and none of y'all are. Forms, Form V, so you click on that. You got to do Form V, verification by institution. You fill that out right here. And you can do that online right here. So this is the one, Form V, right here. Got to get that one done. This is North Carolina. Okay. I'll look at those later. All right. So make sure, A, you know what state you're in. B, what level you did your internship at. And C, when your official transcript will be ready. And D, if you're in South Carolina, did I pass the praxis? If you've done all those things, then you get a license and you can go to work. Anybody have anything else that we need to cover tonight? All right, Dr. Stone. Oh, wait, Tara's got her hand up. Tara, go right ahead.
Yes, just a quick question on the Form V. So you said not to officially apply for our license until we have our official transcript. So do we wait to submit Form V when we have it all together, or is that something like I could go on DPI?
I would know. You need to wait till you don't do anything until you've got an official transcript.
Transcript. Okay, thank you.
Yep. If they pull it and it's not official, then you have to go to the back of the line and wait.
Okay.
I will put out a notice as soon as official transcripts are available. I will send out a blast email to this same address I sent this tonight. Say transcripts are official. Go on licensure the very day that they're available. I'm trying to get a personal favor from the registrar to get our transcripts done by the 22nd before Christmas break. I don't know that that's going to happen. I did a project for her this morning, so I'm trying to enable as much goodwill as I can. It's kind of against my nature, but I'm trying.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Oh yeah.
Well, Dr. Lamb, I just want
this is her grandbaby's first Christmas right here. Maybe she'll help me out. Maybe she'll hook her brother up. You can't ever tell. All right, Dr. Stone, go ahead.
Yes, Dr. Lamb, I only want to take about 2 minutes. And first of all, I want to congratulate all of you for finishing up your semester. That's a lot of work you've done. So hats off and kudos for all the great work you've done. For those of you in 605, congratulations. I look forward to being there at 9 o'clock as well, watching you march across the stage, or at 5 o'clock, watching you march across the stage and getting the honor, because you put in a lot of work to it. So you certainly deserve it. So congratulations first and foremost. If you don't know, I used to work in the males program. I taught 605, so had a great opportunity. I love the males program. You guys are so prepared for whatever life brings you. And Dr. Lamb hasn't mentioned this tonight. I'm sure he's mentioned it many other times, is that you are well prepared for that job. And Gardner-Webb has positioned you in a place where soon all of you will be getting, or most of you will be getting, opportunities to move into administration or to that perfect job that you think may be the perfect job right now, but you'll have an opportunity to get into it. But for my 2 minutes, one left, I want to talk about once you feel the pressures off of you and you take a breath over Christmas and you decide that, hey, you kind of enjoyed this education journey, I do want to encourage you to consider Gardner-Webb's doctoral program. We have an EDLS program that is the next step for you. In 2.5 years, we guarantee, in 2.5 years, if you work hard and we'll work with you, we can help you become that doctor that you want to be. We do have classes starting for those of you in 605. We do have classes starting in the fall, not too late to register. We will have a class in Charlotte. We'll also have a class in Goldsboro. So if you are interested, I'm going to put my information over on the side and chat shortly. Please reach out to me. It's not too late to register for that. For those of you in 604 and 603, the next opportunity will be in the fall when we open up another cohort as well. It's a great program. One of the greatest benefits, I believe, is not only preparing you for that next level, that next job that you want, and it will open doors for you. We have a number of sitting superintendents in North Carolina and a great number of associate superintendents and directors. So and I see a couple of folks who've gone through our program here, it really will prepare you for that next level. It will also give you an opportunity to not only move up to the central office or move into that principalship and be better prepared, but it will also allow you to teach at a community college once you get or a university once you get that doctorate in front of your name. So once you take that big sigh and breath of relief that you finally, for those in 605, that you're getting out of the program with the master's, a highly sought after master's, I do want to encourage you to kind of think about your next step. And if that next step includes moving on to become a doctor of education, we have a program for you in administration. It is a great program, and I'd be more than glad to talk with you more about it. But I know that you're celebrating tonight, so I'm not going to take any more of your time. I am going to put, while Dr. Lamb is finishing up the meeting, I am going to put my contact information. Look forward to if you have any questions about the program. It's about 2.5 years. It's a great model. I would love to talk with you about it. But that said, congratulations and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. If they're graduating this semester and they have not applied yet, is there time for them to apply and get in for spring?
Yes. Repeat the question, Dr. Lamb.
If they're graduating the 15th in 11 days, do they have, and they haven't applied yet, do they have time to apply and still get accepted and get started in the spring?
Yes, they need, and they need to contact me as soon as possible, and I will put them on to our recruiters who do that. But yes, we still have time, probably about another week or a week and a half in which we can still recruit and are taking students in for the spring.
All right. Okay. As we did last week when we met with the new folks, I see my favorite is here tonight, Kathleen. And I heard Zach or saw Zach earlier. I've lost him now, but we'll call on, if Zach's there, we'll let him speak. There he is. He's popped back up right under Kathleen. We'll start with Kathleen. Now, Kathleen and Zach and Larissa, is Larissa here? I haven't seen her, but anyway, they were in a special deal where they accelerated, and instead of taking 605 this fall, they took 730 and started the EDLS program with Dr. Stone in Charlotte. And they had to do that along with finishing up their portfolio, which is a bear, but they've done really well at it. But both Kathleen and Zach, and again, I don't see Larissa, she may be here. They started, but I'd like for Kathleen to take a minute and talk about her experience with the EDLS program. EDCI, the curriculum folks are pretty much the same. I don't think we have any of them with us tonight, but our folks either go kind of matriculate into the Doctor of Curriculum Instruction or the Doctor of School Administration. So Kathleen, if you'll share your experiences with us tonight, and it doesn't matter that Dr. Stone's there, tell the truth anyway.
Well, I guess the
Kathleen,
same thing.
Kathleen, if you want me to leave, I will leave, but
No, I have nothing bad to say. I mean, it was a lot, like I said last week, it was a lot to complete the MELS program and start the doctoral program at the same time. But for me, I always was interested in the doctoral program and wanted to look at more of the district level viewpoint. So even though I did like the MELS program, the doctoral program for me is more what I was interested in. So I'm enjoying the coursework a lot. It's definitely a change of pace, it's the next level up, and the dissertation stuff is interesting, a little bit intimidating, but so far I'm really enjoying the coursework, and looking forward to next semester being able to focus solely on the doctoral stuff and not always also trying to finish up the MEL stuff. But I'm happy with my choice to stay in.
Great, thank you. Now, remembering that Kathleen's perspective is a little bit different than many of you. She's more in the vein, she's a school psychologist. She's not looking to be a school principal per se. She's looking more at the central office level, but that doesn't mean that you not interested in being a principal if you just because you want to learn about the central office. It's just a natural evolution. So Zach, if you're there.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. I kind of did the opposite of Kathleen. I started the MELS program as a central office employee, and I've actually transitioned into an assistant principalship. I enjoyed my time at central office, and it has well prepared me for the work that I'm doing in the EDLS program as far as the doctorate. But I'm also enjoying dabbling in the principalship at a high school of all places. Like Kathleen says, this was a bear of a semester with three courses, so to speak. But all of my task streams are submitted, all of my evidences are evaluated, and I'm looking forward to a slower pace next semester as well.
Yeah. But remember, again, they were in a special program where they had to kind of dual enroll this semester. That none of you will be in that case. You'll simply be in the doctoral program only. But I think both of them would say, and I don't want to speak for them. I think a big part of it is once you learn the task stream system of evidences and how to write those, they have 6 evidences too in both of those. But they're just central office basis in central office, but they're much the same. Once you know how to write the evidences and you're practiced in that and how task stream works, that's 90% of it right there, folks. And the other is, the content is new. And then, of course, preparing for dissertation. But as always, at Gardner Webb, we give you a coach to work with you. And so that's the difference at Gardner Webb. Dr. Stone has coaches that will help you from the very first semester start with your dissertation. You won't wait till you finish your coursework and then start thinking about it. You'll have a coach that works specifically with you every semester to help you with your dissertation. That's why he said 2.5 years. You'll finish your coursework in 2, and then sometime at 2.5 to 3 years, if you've been following along and working on it with your coursework, you will be ready. You'll be ready to finish.
And Dr. Van, I want to piggyback on something you said that we discovered in our program too. About 1/3 of our students are coming from the males program. You guys do extremely well. I mean, you are well prepared for what's required out of you in the doctoral program. So I love to see it when I know there's a male students coming, because you're used to doing projects, you're used to doing portfolios. And as everyone said, what you're now focusing on instead of your school, you're doing many of the same kinds of things, but you're focusing on the district. So it gives you a chance to make some district connections, to make sure that the people down in the district know who you are as you're working on these projects. So the next time one of those district positions becomes vacant, or even as a principalship, they know who you are, and that opens a lot of doors.
It does. Absolutely. And, part of writing the evidence is how to write an APA 7th, same as dissertation. Many of you have been introduced to Qualtrics. You know what that is, your survey methodology. And so, you've got a leg up. And if there's one thing that I could say, is when you get started, don't stop. It's just hard to get back in the mode again. But once you're in it, if you can keep going, it just works out so much better. I've done both in my career, and I can tell you, it's once you're in the mode, if you can stay in the mode, if you're interested in getting one, I would talk to Dr. Stone, and he'll be glad to talk with you. I just, we want you to get as much as you can get, and actualize as much as you can. I mean, the whole notion here is to build your toolkit, your tool chest, as we call it, and be prepared and do the best you can for yourself and your career and your family. That's important to us. It's not just about bragging rights about how many superintendents we've got. While that's important, we want you to get what you need from us. That's our goal. I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out. I see Dr. Maraglia is with us tonight. Thank you for being here. Dr. Griffin Jordan, who will be in 603 in the spring. I don't know if I saw anybody else of our faculty here with
Dr.
us.
Sanders.
Dr. Sanders is here. And so, again, thank you for that. If you have questions, either get in touch with me or your instructor. Try to get everything wrapped up by Wednesday of this week, if at all possible, on your coursework. And please remember your task stream portfolios. If you're graduating this semester, they're due next Monday. I have to verify those to make sure. Any information for spring graduates? Yes. We will be starting back a week early this semester. You should be looking in Blackboard on January the 2nd for Blackboard courses, and we will start back the week of January the 8th this year. If you're in 60, well, none of you should be in 603, but if you're in 603, it'll be Dr. Maraglia, Dr. Caton, Dr. Griffin Jordan, and I will be in that. 602 and 604 will be Dr. Sanders, 605, Dr. Sanders, Dr. Tobias, who has an event at her school tonight. But the main thing is be looking for Blackboard to open up the day after, hopefully the day after New Year's, because we are starting back the week of January the 8th. 603 meets on Wednesday nights. Dr. Sanders meets her classes, I think, on Tuesday nights. Dr. Griffin Jordan, she meets hers on Tuesday nights. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday night. I don't think anybody meets on Thursday. We try to avoid Thursday because that's big coaching night for the new students, and I have to be involved in that. But yeah, that's it. We will do, we did one earlier. We'll do the big recruiting session this spring. We don't normally do it. I have done short ones. I'll try to send you that information. If you're interested in the recruiting, you've been through it before, all of you. We'll do it again in the spring. For those who are returning, we'll talk about it. Generally, there's not the same kind of recruitment in the fall as they do for the spring. You don't go through as many steps. It's usually just filling people in. And so, but I will do that again in the spring. We will have the full-blown recruiting town hall. We go through all the different types of interviews. Right now, districts aren't doing all those because they're just shorthanded, and they're just kind of doing an abbreviated one on that right now, but they'll go back to the full one in the spring when they have more time. And so we'll go back to that. So yes, I'll do a recruiting town hall for y'all in the spring. Be looking after January 2nd or shortly thereafter. Blackboard will be available. We will start classes back the week of January the 8th. That's good. Thank you for reminding me of that. All right. Anything else that we need to cover? I appreciate y'all being with us. If you get a chance to come to graduation, please do. It's good to see you all. You get to see how big I really am. Every year somebody says, you're a lot taller than I thought you'd be in person. I said, you do realize I'm sitting down when we do Zooms. Can't make this up. All right. It's good to see everybody. Thank you. Everybody have a good holiday, and I hope to see you next week at graduation. Give yourself a hand. You did great this semester. Thank you. Faculty, thank you. And as always, thanks for choosing Gardner Webb. Zach, you have a question, or just he's waving by? Thank you.